So I want to talk to you today. Happy Wednesday. I want to talk to you today about my red pill real estate moment. And this was absolutely incredible. So I had a real estate, there's a lot that I've done in real estate and it's been a roller coaster. If you don't know my story, in 2008-9, I was looking at buying a Mercedes in all cash. In 2010, I was signing bankruptcy papers, appearing before a judge. I went literally from here to here. 2012, I had a flip and it was very, very nice. It was very lucrative. Talked about the different ways I've made money in real estate. You learn a lot and you learn how to not put yourself in a situation or try to avoid a situation like that ever again. Being that and being able to be real with people, I was on the phone one time with a guy years ago. This is back in like 2014, and he was offering to sign a property over to me. He said, I will physically give you 2 rentals that I have. Well, there's a lot of caution on that. A lot of people would say, yeah. And I looked at these rentals and I looked at his equity and I actually gave him some advice. And the guy's name was Gene. And I just said, Gene, I think you're a great guy. I really like what you're doing. I would really recommend that you hold on to these a little bit longer and try to refi this. And he had a bad loan and I had experienced a bad loan. It got me into a lot of financial trouble. It wasn't the fact when I got into the financial trouble I just mentioned, it wasn't the fact that I just did overkill investments, which I had. Like I bought 2 properties in Dayton, Ohio that were worth 70 each. They literally, when the market crashed, it was almost like what Detroit went through, and it was in a bad section of Dayton, Ohio. And I had properties all over, but these 2 in Dayton, Ohio, when the market crashed, they went from $70,000 a piece. They went to a value of about less than 20 grand each, and I was in these for probably about 50 grand. Then I had a couple properties in California, and I was worth like negative $1 million. It was just freaky, and I was ahead of all my bills, but I had one property in particular that the payment went from $1,200 to $1,900 to $3,600, and I was talking to Countrywide at the time about stabilizing these payments and like, oh, we don't have to do it, we're not going to. And I'm like, I'm like, are you beeping stupid here? I said, I'm literally, and I was a little financially stressed. That was a horrible time. So I got out of that, and I'm looking at this guy, and I realized that he's in a potential. So I shared with him, and the guy had some money put aside. He was able to do something, but because I shared with him ABC, and I even gave him a person of a loan modification, gave him some free resources. He gave me my first ever commercial real estate project that the investors did very well with. We actually sold this. It was a mobile home park. Honestly, I regret selling this. I wish if I hadn't been in financial trouble back in the 2010, I mean, I was out of it, but I was still climbing up, and I had some things I was trying to accomplish financially. I went ahead and sold the property. So I went ahead and got rid of the property and I sold it. The investors that were involved in that, they had a nice little equity right. Even today, I have some investors that I actually ended up selling that off to. But the original people that got in, they made an incredible return on their investment. And I've had a couple of commercial properties since, and it's been a fun ride. And I keep on talking about the beach property that I have. It's less than a mile away from the beach. Very similar to the mobile home park. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. It's an incredible ride. We're going to try to close on this in the next 3 weeks, by the way. And if you're an accredited investor that's interested in this and want to return on your investor, this has been backed by an attorney and backed by a CPA firm. And it's a lot of due diligence on this, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I can tell you right now, we've got 2 aggressive approaches that we're going to take. There's so many different ways to get this market preserved in this area that's just absolutely incredible. We're going to focus on 2 and let the others be an added bonus. We're being extremely conservative with our numbers. We believe that this property is going to 5x itself in the next 5 years. And we're going to do this by a whole series of information. So yeah, just kind of my red pill moment was probably in 2014. I mean, there's so many endless opportunities. I mean, I've made money on notes. I've made money on commercial properties. I've made money on fix and flips. And I still make money on all those. Although we've gone a lot toward commercial and syndication, I still have fix and flips brought to me. I still have other properties brought to me, and they're absolutely incredible. So I thank you for watching this. Do me a favor, if you like this video, go and give it a like. If you want to know any information about the about any of the properties I mentioned or about the beach property coming up here, you have to be accredited. Feel free to leave your info. I will get in touch with you. We are looking to close this in the next 2.5 to 3 weeks, and we're very excited about it. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.